Welcome back to the Pineal Room. I'm your urban eco-master. Yes. Now, my ladies, just look at this diagram. I'm just trying to show you the reason why women are suffering from all these different uterus, uterine, vaginal, ovarian issues. Alright? Let me just pay attention for me. Just please, for God's sake, just listen, man. All when you think you know, man, you don't know this one I tell you, man. We do the research, man. We do the work. But pay attention to this. Just watch me. Watch me right just now. Alright? Alright. So this is the what you call the follicle phase of the reproductive cycle. And then you have the luteal phase, right? Luteal phase, follicle phase. So this is the primordial follicle with the primordial germ cell. And all of this process from primordial follicle to primary, secondary, tertiary, or Graafian follicle to ovulation to the formation of this very important structure called the corpus luteum. Then the corpus luteum degenerates and then it disappears into what is called a corpus albicans. Now, fertilization of this egg is what we're talking about. So now if this egg is released from this process, all this process right here is going on right here. This is the truest clock on the planet, the realest time on the planet, all right? So every 13 days, this thing should produce. 13 is the cosmic number, cosmic mother number, not 14 and 15 and all these numbers that they have you bleeding until you ovulate. That's not right. But look at me now, right? What I want to talk about is this reproductive system, the female reproductive system. Inside here, entire ovulation takes place and then an egg or ovum is released into the fallopian or the oviduct. I'm saying much of the problems that women are facing, right, that has to do with their reproductive health is because of a malfunction in this structure. Nobody wants to talk about the corpus luteum. This is the center for hormonal control, right? It controls progesterone, it controls estrogen, it controls the luteinizing hormone, all the important hormones that create the hormonal imbalance for the diseases starts here. This is where we must focus. But what I want to stress is this: parasites and toxins, heavy metals have hijacked this whole process, this hormonal process. And parasites prevent this structure from disappearing. And because this structure is not disappearing, it continuously produces estrogen and progesterone, which makes the uterus wall continuously get thicker, and so it sheds more, right? So even when you stop seeing your period, you still have blood spotting taking place between, right? Because this structure fails to disappear and it remains back after your menstruation because parasites keep it delayed and prevent it from degenerating and then disappearing. So the parasite keeps the hormonal cycle on. So please pay attention to the corpus luteum, and the aim is to remove the parasites. You see? And these parasites are tied to what we call new moon and full moon. Okay? So these parasites activate during the full moon. So you have to target them. Even Toxoplasma gondii, many other parasites, the Clostridium, but the chlamydia, the gonorrhea, all these things target the corpus luteum, so that the corpus luteum continuously create corpse, dead tissue, right? The lining, this is the thickness before ovulation. And after ovulation, progesterone makes it thicker, right? What they don't teach you in school is that after this thing disappears, degenerates, then disappears, this thing also degenerates and disappears and come right back to this original thickness. This is like an elastic bundle of blood vessels. It thickens during ovulation, and then it reduces itself back to the original shape if the egg is not fertilized. And this is how it reabsorb itself. You're not supposed to shed this and bleed heavily. No, it's because you're tying your ovarian cycle to the moon cycle, which happens between new moon and full moon. All right? And this is the only way parasites can survive in your corpus luteum, because you are linking it to the new moon and the full moon. All right? I realize that you don't talk much about the new moon, but the new moon is when ovulation occurs. All right? Ovulation occurs at new moon. Example, March 10. Many women are ovulating, right? And then full moon is about March 25, right? That's when the corpus luteum is highly mature, right? And at that point, you should be either getting pregnant or your uterine lining is retracting, right? But if you link your womb to the moon, you will bleed, all right?